Let me show you where I keep aprons. Because look at my shirt. Hold the flower, probably my jeans too.
Yeah, the back of your jeans.
There's like 10 aprons right here. I just didn't put one on as we were prepping flatbreads. Jackson is making us some flatbreads for dinner. It's Wednesday here in our house today. And I'm gonna tackle this kitchen counter while he's doing that. Wednesdays, dinner night is the responsibility of my 10-and-a-half-year-old. And he has chosen easy flatbreads from the soup book. And he's also chosen, what did he write on our meal plan here? The soup book, page 164. Beef and green bean soup. That's what we're having for dinner tonight.
Yeah.
It's okay. Do you need more flour?
No.
No? Okay. My 10-year-old is responsible for planning the meal, listing all of the ingredients, figuring out what we need to shop for, and then making a timeline for the meal. And he happens to be at summer camp today. So I was assigned making flatbreads while he was gone. To eat by 5:30, he needed the flatbreads done in advance. How's it going?
Not great.
That was a big mess, huh? Most of this is from yesterday, like the stack of cookbooks my son wanted to use to plan his Wednesday night meal. I just have to put those back in the cabinet. This is a book I'm currently reading, Do Hard Things. About a fifth of the way through it. It's about how we've gotten resilience wrong and with children, especially athletes, and the science of what real toughness is as defined by the author. So far, so good. I like it. Tonight, I have our cookbooks here in the cabinet, right above our main meal prep area. That's from this morning. I need to get the dishes done as well. That's a batch of croutons I made for soup tonight in case anybody didn't want flatbreads. And I just made it out of sourdough bread that I had left over that was about to go bad. So I just turned them into croutons for tonight. I just cut the bread, put it in a bowl with avocado oil, some dried oregano from my garden, salt, and garlic powder. Mix it all through, put it in the oven, turn the oven on after I've put the croutons in at 350 for 15 minutes. Done. I feel a little disorganized right now as I'm speaking to you and kind of talking you through parts of my kitchen. What I need to do is set up a mental plan here. So I'm going to work on the island first, and I'm gonna go clockwise around the island. That's gonna be the thing that makes the most sense for me. Okay, why don't I do this part and you get the vacuum? You wanna do the vacuum? Okay. Can you go upstairs with Jack? So we have my husband's stuff that he needs to figure out where that goes. My daughter's stuff she needs to take to her room, and painting stuff. We just painted the backsplash in the kitchen. We didn't want to put up tile backsplash. This kills, and then this like wipeable paint. What I think I want to do, and please comment below with your opinion, is this green shelf. I think I want to put it right there, but I want to paint it the same white before I hang it. Coffee pot sits over there, and the shelf won't fit there without blocking the outlet. Only place that it will fit because of outlets is right there. Let me know what you think. I'll hold it there so you can see. There. Does that add cuteness to the kitchen? I don't know. All right, Jack, I gotta do dishes. Can you do your chore so I can do dishes?
Yeah.
Thanks.
I gotta go outside.
Good job, kiddo. Thank you. No, thank you. I'm gonna make tacos for lunch because it's fast and easy. And there's 4 of us, so I'm only gonna make half of this meat. This is 3.5 pounds. Yeah, I'm only gonna make like 1.5 pounds of this and save the rest for another meal later in a night or two. Although we're having beef tonight, that's a lot of red meat. I might freeze the rest. Yeah, because I got a bunch of chicken in there. I'm gonna make marry me chicken and marinated grilled chicken for the next couple of days. So I'm gonna freeze the rest of that for another week. This baggy stand is listed on my 12 best kitchen organizers under $20 blog post. I'll leave a link in the description box for you. I can't even hear it until you open the door. We make our own taco seasoning, and then I make my own taco sauce to go in there. I put in sugar, vinegar, and more taco seasonings. I'm actually probably going to use up the rest of this and need to resupply this today. We keep it super simple. Only my 10-year-old and I like tomatoes on our tacos. I'm just going to skip it today. The garden's not quite producing tomatoes yet, so we all just put cheese on top. Sometimes I have a block of cheese that I shred, sometimes I buy bagged. It is what it is. And then I bake taco shells for like 5 minutes at 325. I get the cheap ones, the grocery store brand ones. These are $2.19 each, as opposed to the $4.50 ones, the Ortega or whatever the brand is. Anyway, I buy the grocery store brand. My kids prefer these over the expensive ones. So I have one of these cord organizers on most of my kitchen appliances. It just makes things a little easier to get them in and out of the cabinets. Let's make taco sauce. Okay, so 1 8-ounce can of tomato sauce. Do like a little bit of water. That's probably good. About a tablespoon of vinegar. That's about it. Half a tablespoon of sugar. And then like a tablespoon of spices. I'm gonna leave the rest for the meat and then remake this. I do a lot of meal prep in mason jars. So this is now taco sauce. I just give it a good shake. You can cook this down for 20 minutes if you want. I never ever do. I just use it as is and then add it to the meat and it cooks down as I go. I'm gonna use about 1/3 of this today, and we eat tacos once or twice a week. So we'll go through this. And then I just put it in the fridge. I would say up to 2 weeks. Mine never lasts that long, meaning we use it before it goes bad. I keep a cheat sheet in my spice drawer of my taco seasonings that I add, so I'm just gonna do that real quick too. I moved out 30 years ago from my parents' house. I have been finding a way to organize spices for 30 years. I did this 4 years ago and never looked back. Having a spice drawer near where I do meal prep and cooking was such a kitchen game changer for me. And then I have these little like spice tracks, I don't even know what to call them, drawer liners that hold the spices in place. And that was my preheat oven for my shells. Let's do 5 minutes. Let's finish up the rest of this. And some of this. I just let that cook down for a little while, like 5 minutes or so, and then it's good. In the meantime, I'm gonna make my taco seasoning. Okay, paprika. Also moving the spices from one side of the counter to the other side of the counter so I know which ones I've already done, because I skipped one already. Okay, 1, 2. But this size, the regular size, this cap is equal to 1 tablespoon. So you can use that as a tablespoon measure or 2. So pretty before you shake it up. Like one of those sand thingies you get from like a carnival. Taco seasoning. That should last a little while. I'm gonna chop up an onion super fast because my husband likes that with his tacos. I have a perpetual bag of vegetable scraps in my freezer. This currently has pieces of onion and carrots. I'm just adding the outside layers of that onion to the bag. And then when this particular size of freezer bag is full, I can actually make 4 cups of vegetable broth. Andy's in the middle of cleaning out the garage right now. I asked him to film it, so hopefully we'll have something to share with you. But he brought that box in for me. Apparently, at some point, I bought more mason jars. Shocking. Our plates cabinet. I initially started with 8. I felt like it was okay. There were some days that we had to wash plates from breakfast and lunch to have enough plates for dinner. I don't mind that. My husband was minding it. It felt extra for him, so we decided to include another set of plates in the budget, and we did that last month. And so now we have 16 plates. There are 5 of us. Some days this shelf gets emptied when we are here all day long, and I cook a lot. So we have the 8 salad plates, and then we have 12 bowls. So that's what we have. This is also convenient because we have friends over a lot, and then I don't have to use paper plates. I switched to these, I don't know, a while ago from the plates that were gifted to me by my parents. They were vintage from when I was a child, and the pattern on them was wearing off. I didn't trust that. We tested them for lead. They weren't positive for lead. I just wasn't comfortable with the wear that was coming off the plates. So I switched to these Corelle Vitrell. I think they're called Winter. Lead Safe Mama also recommends this brand. So I switched to these, and I am no longer afraid of the kids breaking a plate. 1, they're affordable. 2, we have yet to break a plate. And trust me, the kids have tried, not on purpose. I forgot to take the shells out. They'll be fine. This is Jackson's. He does not like cheese. Lunch is served.
Oh, thank you.
And then you have onion and cheese.
Thanks so much for making this.
Yeah. So at this point, could this be a garage project?
Hmm?
Okay. I took all the lids off these jars, and wait, that's a different one. Off of these jars, I took all the lids off. I put them in a plastic bag because these lids have not been used for canning yet, the ones that come with it. So I'll save it in case I decide to can at that size. And nice. What time are we? 2:07. I gotta go pick up the kid from summer camp in 20 minutes. That means I do not have time to fry the flatbreads. They are fine to sit out and rise on the stovetop. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get changed, and I'm gonna go pick up my kid. I am ready enough. Clear counter. I put that painting stuff in the garage and made it my husband's problem for another day. Not bad. looks better. I didn't buy these. Someone must have gifted these to me. I don't have a purchase history of this. And I also don't have the lids that I like that fit this, so I would have to buy lids to go with this. I have a ton of mason jars, reusable jars. I love this size, especially for maybe keeping spices or something like that. I'm gonna grab the lids that I bagged and I'm gonna donate these glasses with the lids. I don't need them. I just, I like a lot of jars. But I got a ton. I got this and this and more here, plus all the ones in the fridge right now. We're good. We're good. I don't need these. These were in the garage for I don't know how long. I don't remember who, not this one. I don't remember who gave these to me. So I'm gonna donate them. I went to go grab the box to be able to reuse it to donate it. It's Sandy's project right now. The garage. Okay, I reboxed them and I'm gonna see if I can actually just drop it off on my way to summer camp. This is my local Goodwill donation center. I was overwhelmed by the amount of things that were outside. Now, they were doing a major pickup. They had the semi out on the side, so the semi was getting filled to go to the main hub, I would assume. But I was overwhelmed with the volume of donations here. I wish I would have thought through this a little bit, kept the boxes, and just asked someone in my neighborhood if they wanted them. So if it's an hour and 20 minutes, and you want to eat at 5:30, what time do you start?
4.
Mm-hmm. Good job. Nice job going slowly and looking at what you're doing.
Technical difficulties.
Now you ran into an issue that makes it a little unsafe to cut. What would you do?
I would turn the cutting board around.
You could turn the cutting board around, or you could just now do smaller sections like this. Instead of trying to do them all at once, you're just doing little bits, because otherwise it felt unsafe and you did not have proper knife control, right?
Right.
I'm kind of obsessed with this phase that my 10-year-old is in lately, where he is enjoying being in the kitchen. He likes doing the planning and the shopping, even the budgeting for a meal and understanding the home economics behind cooking dinner for a family. And he does all of the chopping and the prep work and the cooking and the plating, and he's into it. And it's been such a joy to help him figure out his own process and offer suggestions on how I do it or another way that he could do it. And then he figures out his own way. And finding the space and stepping back to give him that space and that self-education in the kitchen and figuring out what he likes to do and how he likes to do it. It's been a really joyful journey with him these last almost 2 years now. He's been doing this himself one night a week, or even lunch or dinner for the family. And he really likes it, and he figures it out himself, all the different parts of what he likes to do. So I wanted to leave this clip in here, even though it's making the video longer, but dinner takes longer when one of the kids is cooking. And it's just been a really fun way to spend time with the kids.
And then I'm gonna flip you beauty.
Good job, kiddo.
You beauty.
Boom, perfect. Careful, it'll splash a little. After 40 minutes of cooking down the beef in the broth, he added in the potatoes, and then 5 minutes after that, the green beans to cook down, and then served it with his flatbreads on the side. And everybody loved it, even my 7-year-old, who doesn't necessarily like this kind of meal. That random declutter in the middle of this video was number 10 on a list of 15 simple living practices that I shared in this video here for you to watch next. I hope you're doing well, and I was glad that you were here with me today. Take care.